So, Chelsea are through to the next round of the FA Cup, where we face Luton, but it was close. Plymouth took us all the way. Welcome to the match review of Chelsea 2, Plymouth 1. Welcome to the Burton Ballers. Ain't got no time for no stallers, yeah.
We are the risers, we're not the fallers. Our channel is growing wider and taller.
Yeah, we're here to give you the news about your dear beloved Blues, yeah.
So if you like this YouTube channel, like, subscribe and turn on that bell.
Yeah. Hey guys, a late match review today, but we're through. We just about did it. But first of all, you know what? Before I dissect the Chelsea performance, I just want to do this. Round of applause to Plymouth. Excellent performance by Plymouth. How they are 8th in League One, I don't know. Because if they carry on performing like that all season, then, you know, they may get promoted. But you know what? In the FA Cup, people always raise their game, and boy, did they raise their game yesterday. But what I liked about them, they had a plan. They marshalled us very well. They were very well organised defensively, but they didn't come to sit back and park the bus. They came to play. You know, and they were aggressive. They came at us, and you know, they gave us a few scary moments. Rode their luck a few times. You know, we hit the crossbar. Their goalkeeper and the post, and their goalkeeper was in superb form. So, but they defended heroically as well. So you know what, well done. But I just want to concentrate on this guy who's always been made our scapegoat every time we, obviously I don't say lose, but every time we don't score the sort of amount of goals that we're meant to. And, you know, it's Lukaku. Lukaku is somebody who he's to blame for all of Chelsea's problems, according to some of our fan base, you know. Is he playing well at the moment? No. Since he's done that interview, he has not been great in any of his games. Is he worth that money we paid for him? Not at the moment, no. He's not showing to himself to be a £100 million striker. I know that, but I don't like to just blame him for everything that's going on at Chelsea. Psychologically, he needs, you know, you can see something going on in his brain. You can see that he's not confident. He's not playing with that confidence. He feels that he's letting the fans down with that interview. He hasn't, and because he hasn't scored the goals. You know, the only way to sort of get back into the fans' good book is to score goals, score a lot of goals, and in the end, at the end of the day, the fans are going to forget about it. But he really needed to score, go on a run of 3 or 4 games where he scored, you know, 3 or 4 goals for us, and then I think we'd have seen a more relaxed Lukaku. But the longer it's taken for him not to score, it's just getting into his head and more, and the fan base doesn't help, because a lot of our fan base are on his case. They're on his case before the interview, so a lot of people are using the interview as an excuse to be on his case. But a lot of our fan base, let's be honest, and most of you didn't want him here in the first place, and in any mistakes that he made, you were always on his case. The fan base haven't been as patient with him as they have been with the likes of Timo Werner, Havertz, and others. And that's a fact. That's a fact. So is he our only problem? No, he's not our only problem. He's part of the problem, but he's not our only problem. The club, I don't know what it is with strikers. When we buy strikers, we just do not know how to get the best out of them. We haven't done that since Diego Costa days. And since Roman Abramovic has been our manager, our owner, since he's been our owner, with only, 4 strikers, maybe? Probably 4. Is it 4? 3, 2? Didier Drogba and Diego Costa are probably the only 2 that you can say have been a success. Hernan Crespo, I think, would have been a success had his wife not been homesick. I think he was a decent striker, but he didn't really hit the heights that he did when he was in Italy. And so we've had some who've played a role, but they've never actually. Anelka, for instance, he played a role. He was decent. Remy, but obviously played a good bit part role. People like Barr played good bit part roles and things, but no one as a main striker apart from the two that I mentioned. We've spent over £150 million with wages of over 500,000 a month on two strikers who have not been performing for us, Timo Werner and Romelu Lukaku. And a lot of people are making up excuses for Timo Werner. Oh, he works hard, he assists. We're not paying him to assist or work hard. We're paying him to score the goals. And so people were saying, oh, he's more of a winger, but we bought him as a striker, guys. We didn't buy him as a winger. We bought him as a striker. Kai Havertz as well. We spent 70 million. Okay, we wouldn't buy him as a striker. He was more of a midfielder. But even he scored an important goal in the Champions League final. But even he doesn't score at a consistent level for us. And that's the problem. Our wide forwards do not score consistently for us. So we don't know. We just don't know what it is. Is it the way that the strikers are not good enough, or we can't say that? I know we've sometimes used the excuse of the midfield not creating enough for the strikers, but when chances are created for the strikers, we're not clinical enough. Yesterday we had, I can't remember, over 40 shots. I think an 8 on target or something, and like all the rest were off target. So we are creating. Yesterday we created a lot, but we're not clinical enough in front of goal. I said it could be confidence thing, it could be quality. I don't know what it is, but it's just something with Chelsea strikers. And you know what? The grass is always seems to be greener on the other side. I saw this ridiculous tweet yesterday where it said if Tammy Abraham was in the side, he would have scored a hat-trick. The saying Tammy Abraham, what people were taking a mickey of, calling him Tippy Tammy or whatever they used to call him. Would he have got that chance that Lukaku didn't get to with a cross? Probably not. One of the main critiques of criticism about Tammy Abraham was that he was always a second too late for the ball. So that ball coming across, would he have got his foot to it? Probably not. And we always tend to, when someone's here, we criticise him when he's not here and he's doing well at another club. We say, the same fan base are the ones that are saying, oh yeah, we should have kept him or whatever. And people are screaming out for Haaland. Would Haaland be scoring a lot of goals for us? We don't know. Probably not. He's another one who's got a big reputation. But I bet if he came to Chelsea, we'll ruin him as well, because that's just the way we don't play to those sort of striker strengths. Is that the type of profile of striker we need? Because Haaland has got a similar profile to Lukaku in his style of play. Do we need another type of striker? Like someone in like a Aguero type of striker? I'm obviously saying no Aguero because he's not in football anymore, but that sort of type of footballer who can do a bit of everything, can be involved in the play, has got good close skills, but is clinical in front of goal. Maybe that's the sort of profile that we need to be looking at, if there's any of that type out there. It's a difficult one. But to pin the blame on just one man, I think it's unfair. As I said, he's part of the problem, but he's not the main issue. Okay, he did cost a lot of money, so a lot more is asked of him. But £58 million is still a lot of money. £72 million is still a lot of money. So those guys weren't cheap. And the wages they're on are big wages as well. So everyone's got to take their share of the blame. So until we fix that problem, we're going to be having more and more conversations about this sort of topic of why, how we can get the best of our strikers. I don't know the answer. It doesn't seem like anyone at Chelsea kind of knows the answer, because we've had 3 managers, and Frank Lampard didn't know the answer. Thomas Tuchel doesn't seem to know the answer. Sarri didn't seem to know the answer. Even in the last spell of Conte, even then we weren't clinical enough. Our conversion rate wasn't high. So Yeah, just don't know. Just don't know. Just once that conundrum's solved, then then and only then I think we'll be able to mount a title challenge. You know, we can get by in cups with what we've got, but to be seriously mounting a title challenge, we need to have someone who's going to consistently be scoring the goals for us. What do you guys think? What's the problem? Are there any strikers out there who you think can solve Chelsea's problem? You know, you've got the right mentality, the right skill set to come into this side and be a success. I'll be interested to see who you put forward as a striking option. Until then, guys, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, turn on all post notifications so you'll be notified every time I make a new video. Until then, guys, bye-bye. Bye.